really quick. I ran to Starbucks because I had a whole bunch of points because of a gift card, and I wanted to get a free pumpkin loaf. And I always say just leave it in the wrapper, don't heat it up, you know. I don't want it to go bad. Usually I take it with me, maybe I walk around for a while. Anyway, they took it out of the wrap. They like to play games. Like, I know there's human error, but sometimes Philly just can't stop being annoying, and they'll do things on purpose to see how upset you get. But anyway. I can write Starbucks and tell them, but I don't know if they'll do much. I'll just make a complaint. Sometimes they send you a gift card if you get the wrong drink. You're supposed to have the receipt or at least a picture of the cup with the time and everything on the sticker. But I'm tired of having to do stuff like that. Because people might actually be puppeted to do stupid things on purpose. A lot of people don't even want, like employees don't even want you showing up to Starbucks. It's like an effort. They don't want you going to Walgreens, CVS. So current employees are working hard to keep people from buying anything from these companies. The problem is, like in some cases, you actually need supplies from certain areas. Where to me, this is a free breakfast. Someone gave me a gift card, and it amounted to points, enough points to get with all the promotions and Triple Star Tuesday and all that kind of stuff to get a pumpkin loaf. So this is a free breakfast for me. Entitle this video, does anyone have the capacity to care about other human beings? Especially really sweet, nice, loving ones who don't cause any problems for people and had to suffer from the problems caused to them. So if I'm not in a house being able to pay my bills, it's actually not my fault. I was actually tortured to death. And I was made to believe I'd be murdered the 4th Monday of January 2011. I was in a temporary job of dog walking, which I typically did on the side, but because of a really bad job that I had, or in a career path that I had, I decided to take the leap of faith and go full-time dog walking. It was very popularized back in the day, it was kind of like, I'll do this temporarily, and I might even move, because I was in a group of people, and two or three of them actually moved to the Pacific Northwest. I have a friend, you know, kind of a friend, Becky, Steph, and Meg, and they all moved over to the Pacific Northwest, and I knew that I would know people there and could move there. Anyway, while making these plans, my world got turned upside down. On the fourth Monday of January 2011, I was made to believe I'd be murdered. My mom and aunt's phone lines were severed in Jacksonville, Florida. I was living here in Philadelphia. So that when I tried to call my mom, I heard, doo-doo-doo, we're sorry, the phone number you're trying to reach has been disconnected. I was PTSD'd out the ASS, shell-shocked to death. I couldn't even speak. My muscles went limp. It was like I was stunned into, I have no idea what to do. It was so bad. It's in the realm of prisoner of war level torture. The games commenced, and and since then I've been harassed and tortured by people who play out skits like it's an actual lifestyle, I guess. And some of these people have money. So in a way, I was there's a good argument for being human trafficked through dog walking, because I couldn't figure out what I was, you know, all day, every day, it was all I could do to keep it together. The lab. And I would get home, and then I would have to regroup and try to collect myself. For the first year, 2011, I called my mom a million times. I called my dad a million times. I called people who are actually perpetrators in a by marriage family relationship, like steps and things like that. Whoops, this guy didn't mean to cross over. And I think it's interesting that I reached out to them when they should be apologizing to me, not me to them, because they know that they're part of the problem. They know it. They know it, they know it, they know it. They know they're part of a very ugly group of people who do things to others on purpose. They do know this. Now, where were they? You know, I reached out in 2011. They disappeared just because I didn't reach out to them. They didn't check in and say, are you doing okay? I know it was pretty rough, like something really bad happened. Just know I'm here for an ear. They don't do that. Not even my cousins, they didn't do that. Well, one of them I don't really talk to. There's one on my dad's side who I didn't really know, so it's not, you know, he's sort of not part of the bigger picture at large. But there's a cousin in Georgia, and he's, you know, he is who he is, and he doesn't try to hide who he is, I'll put it that way. A wreck of a human being, if you want to call him a human being at this point. But another cousin who fronts as like a sort of in the psychology, sociology realm, and even works in a place that would, you know, insinuate that he can help people. The opposite. So anyway, all the people I reached out to, none of them checked, except for my mom and dad. They would check in and say, you doing okay? You know, or just checking in. But I was calling them so much that at some point I felt, you know, I was afraid to keep bothering them and disrupting their day if they're trying to be happy. No one really cared if I was happy or not. Whoa, that dog got a little upset with another dog over here and almost got hit by that car.